Here is Thryv's app demonstration video. As you can see in the URL as requested is our project number. Here is our project name. And these are the scopes that we'll be using. Our Thryv OAuth process. So first, let me talk a little bit about the sensitive scope that we'll be using, which is the external requests. As you can see in our navigation up at the top, we have conversations, we have estimates, we have invoices, payments, and then bookings. And what we'll do is we'll make an external request to our Thryv API and display information from that API here to fill out those things. Now, if we click right now, it won't do anything. It says that you need to select a client. So I'll go ahead and select the client. Then you'll see here that we pull up some of their information. And now when we start clicking these tabs up at the top, we're able to see these are the conversations, and you can actually click these. I'll have to OAuth again. That takes you to your Thryv. Now we can start viewing these direct conversations. And it's the same for the rest of these. You can view your estimates. You can view that inside of Thryv if you want, your invoices as well, so on and so forth. So that is how we use the external request sensitive scope. Now let me talk a little bit about the gmail.read-only restricted scope. So one of the ways that we use that scope is we will, when you click on one of your emails, we'll read your email address, first name, and last name, and then we'll send a request to Thryv and see if they are a client of Clark & Clark Law Firm. In this case, they are a client, and so you could, if you wanted, go through and view some of their information up at the top. Now, in this case, you'll see that they are not a client. The client was not found, so we'll still read the email address, first name, and last name, and then you can add additional information here in these fields and create that contact inside of Thryv if that's what you'd like to do. Now, another way that we use the gmail.read-only scope is as you can see here, we have some settings that you can configure, and you can automatically create clients from your inbox or automatically create clients from your sent messages. As you can see, it defaults to no, but if a user decides that they want to say yes on either one of these, what happens is we have a time-based trigger. They're both 5 minutes, and it'll either check your sent messages or your inbox, as I've stated. And what it does in either instance, it will read 20 emails, and it will send that external request to our Thryv API, and it will see if you are already a client in Thryv. Now, if that email address is already a client in Thryv, then it will do nothing. But if they are not a client in Thryv, it will create those clients with their email address, first name, and last name for either one of those inboxes that are checked, yes or no. Now, one final thing that we also do in these scenarios is if we do create that client inside Thryv off of these triggers, what we'll also do is we'll create that message inside of Thryv. So we'll also be reading the subject of that message and the body of that message, and we'll just create it in Thryv. So if it's sent messages of mine, then it will be inside of Thryv in my sent messages inbox as well. If it is an inbox message that I'm getting on that trigger, then it will be inside of my inbox inside of Thryv. As you saw, it was defaulted to no, and so in these triggers, it says don't do anything. In the sent one, it'll say don't do anything as well. If I click yes, it will turn those triggers on to actually start reading the emails. So that is our app demonstration for our Thryv add-on.